Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. Firstly, a warning from Gita Choreda Tegarai, interim president, to Debretsion Gebremichael, TPLF Debretsion wing chairman. TPLF Debretsion now will have to make some big decisions in coming days, it seems. Secondly, a new strategy has been adopted by Fano fighters to meet their financial needs. Have they adopted this strategy to meet their financial needs, or do they want to be rich? That is why they're using this new tactic in the Amhara region. Let's start from Tigray, viewers, where it seems that TPLF Debretsion group will have to make some big decisions in coming days. Will it cross the last remaining red line or not? Gita Choreda government, I have been updating you, has been largely paralyzed, but not in entire Tigray, though TPLF has nominated governors for all 6 zones of Tigray. TPLF controls Makale too. Mayor is backed by TPLF. TPLF controls most parts of northwestern, northern, some central parts of Tigray too. But still, Gitacho people has their immense presence in southeastern, southern, some parts of central zones of Tigray. So basically, Tigray is virtually split under two administrations. But since Gitacho is the interim president of the region, his government is supposed to have writ in entire Tigray, which is lacking. That is why we say that Getachew government has been paralyzed. Secondly, if Makale is not fully controlled by Getachew, how can we say that he is in power? Makale mayor has been rewarded by TPLF. His name is Yitbarek. He has been now appointed to the cabinet which TPLF wants to form under new president. Yitbarek has been appointed as head of vocational and technical education department on regional level, while Ridai Birhe has replaced him. Ridai Birhe is TPLF executive committee member. But despite all these moves from TPLF Debretsion wing, Gitacho has refused to give in. Gitacho gave an interview 2 days ago to a news outlet, and he said that any attempt to overthrow his government will meet with resistance and perpetrators will be punished. Big announcement. He said that a temporary administration of Tigray has been given a particular task. It is fulfilling its responsibilities. Any attempt to dismantle the government in Tigray would mean that Pretoria agreement is being rejected. Getachew Group links the dismantlement of his government to violation of Pretoria. The Bradson Group says that removal of Getachew does not mean that TPLF does not respect Pretoria. TPLF respects Pretoria. It only wants to have its share of 51% in Tigray interim government because it appointed people according to its share, but its people are no more part of TPLF. So TPLF wants to appoint new people. But Gitachew made it clear that he will take action. By the way, how will he take action? Is he just bluffing? Does he have real power in Tigray in terms of ordering action? He said, by the way, in response to TPLF statement, and TPLF appointed new governors and removed him. He said that legal action will be taken on TPLF, Debretsion leaders. So far, this legal action has not started. And how will he punish people if people try to dismantle his government? Obviously, he will have to use security forces. He'll have to use police. He'll have to use Tigray security forces. Are they ready to take Getacheo's side to protect Getacheo's government against TPLF? Or will he rely on likely support from federal government? Will federal government intervene? By the way, Debretsion meeting with Abiy ended with almost no results. Debretsion has been told that he cannot remove Getachew Rada by force. That negotiation is the best solution. Talk should happen. Debretsion has returned to Tigray now. Now TPLF will make big decisions. Debretsion wing will hold party discussions, which I think are starting. And after that, TPLF will make the next big move. Will it cross the next red line of removing Getachew Rada by force? By the way, Tigray security forces have also been warning both Getachew and Debretsion that no one should use force. That any instability arising out of the split in TPLF will not be tolerated by Tigray security forces. This is what Ridase Varede said 3 to 4 days ago. TPLF is now faced with a challenge. People at Debretsion, how will it remove Getachew? Getachew refusing to go. Federal government saying, federal government told Debretsion that federal government does have a share in Tigray's government according to Pretoria. But federal government gave up its share. It asked TPLF, Tigray opposition, Tigray civil society to administer Tigray region. Though, according to Pretoria, Prosperity Party also had a share in Tigray's interim setup. And federal government could reclaim its share if the Debretsion group presses ahead with direct moves to remove Getachew. Let's see. Secondly, what Fano groups have devised and adopted a new strategy to meet their financial needs. Fano groups do need money, though diaspora, Amhara diaspora is funding them. Still, for day-to-day operations, they need money. Who is supplying them with money? Diaspora people, influential people, wealthy people in Amhara. And sometimes they rob government institutions, they capture weapons, they capture supplies from government departments too. It seems they have adopted a new strategy. Now they are robbing banks. They will never acknowledge that, by the way. No Fano supporter would acknowledge that. But within the last 10 days, at least 4 branches of different banks have been robbed in the Amhara region. At least 4. 3 confirmed, fourth one also confirmed, but the bank is not disclosing the information. First bank which was robbed was Dashin Bank. Dashin is in its branch in Debrecen city was robbed. It happened around a week ago. Then Commercial Bank of Ethiopia branch was robbed in South Wollo. In South Wollo, Ambasal district, South Wollo. A statement from either Dashin Bank or CBE. Then 2 other banks were also robbed. One was robbed in Debre Kerbe, Gishan area, where Gishan celebration is held. A bank of Abyssinia was robbed. 60 million birds were robbed here. Lastly, Tsade Bank was robbed in the same area. Debrecen, around 5 million were robbed here. Tsade Bank manager says that he was kidnapped by armed people from his residence. From there, he was taken to the bank where there were dozens of armed people and they forced him to give all the cash there to the armed people. Who were the armed people? He did not name Fano, but either there are very strong criminal elements operating in the region who are robbing these banks, or Fano fighters are robbing these banks. What we have learned is that Fano fighters are robbing the banks. They want to have money, but they will reject these reports. And sometimes these bank managers cooperate with Fano. Don't want to risk their lives. If Fano fighters surround a bank, what would these banks do? They will hand over the cash to Fano fighters. How will businesses run? They'll be run in Amhara if there are no banks open, if there is no cash at banks, if banks are robbed. It means businessmen will not be able to carry out their daily activities of conducting transactions. It's alarming. Another step towards chaos in the Amhara region. Thank you.